So crooked. Can you kill the music, please?
You know what? I'm John's tired. He was
Okay, you're doing an intro on yours. Okay, now I can do the headphones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this counter right here. It'll work for me.
It shows I'm live. I don't have anybody coming on because it's in the afternoon. I didn't do that, did I?
Yeah. Good deal, right? All right, we are live, and we're gonna have a great show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Want to say, everybody, what's up, guys and gals? I'm DC Live. Welcome to the Everything Mary Jane Show. Thank you so much for tuning in, going ahead and liking and sharing and all of that important stuff. We'll get the show started. But as you can see, this is the return of the show. It's going to be a new format. We're excited about it. You can find this show live at dclive.live. And I want to introduce a couple of guests that we have here today. We're really excited to have them here. Obviously, we have Old School and Company. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Right on, Old School. Oh, where are we at? We're at Mary Jane's Clone House at 19th and Sunny Lane, Moore, Oklahoma. I'm Old School, John Frazier. Call me Old School, it's easier to remember. And we've also got Nichole Verkrusky down here from
You said my name right. Jiffy Doctor.
Jiffy Doc. Right on, right on.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Nice. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope everybody is having a great day today here on the DC Live and Everything Mary Jane Show. So also wanted to just put something out there. It's just something important to me. It's how I feel. Obviously, I've been this way. I encourage others to be this way. But I just want everybody to remember, to always get loud, be proud, stand proud, because united as patients, we stand together. So
right on.
That's something that's important to me. But we have, and go ahead, open up the show, Old School. Tell them what you've got on your mind and what we have on the show.
All right,
here
well,
for today.
I got people coming on. So 3, 2, 1, we're live. This is DC Live down here at Mary Jane's. Old School. We are at 19th and Eastern in the throbbing metropolis of Moore, Oklahoma. Come on down here. We got Nichole Verkrusky with Jiffy Docs, and we're going to clear up a couple of things, and I got some things going on. This is going to be a great show because there's nothing but positive stuff.
Yes. Go ahead, introduce yourself, Nichole. Tell them who you are, what you do, why you're here today, and what's exciting, because I know there's some exciting news on the horizon as far as Jiffy Doctor, and so I'd like to hear about that.
Awesome. We just are providing kiosks now for medical renewals, patient renewals, and DC is going to be one of the only, this one location is the only location, home of the $25 patient recommendation from now on. So
Now, wait. I had somebody ask me about that. I did a post yesterday, and it showed that you were running a special, $25 for September. But you're saying down here at Mary Jane's 19th and Sunny Lane, you're going to have $25 all the time.
Yes, sir, all the time. From now on, DC or Mary Jane Live, he's just been such a great supporter, patient advocate, love him for how he loves our patients. So yes, we're going to be $25 from now on right here.
Cool, right on.
Awesome. So, in talking about the kiosk, that's going to open up a whole new world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? So
We've been setting this up over here. It's way cool. I love it.
definitely excited about it. So tell us a little bit. We have a kiosk back here, actually, and I'll just hold it up kind of a little bit so you can see. It says "Get Medicated" on it. So we're excited about that. Get medicated. We love that.
That's
it was
cool.
either have Jiffy Doctor on it or have Get Medicated.
Yeah,
Get your
yeah.
medical card. So that is awesome. And then we have the iPad screen, and these are going to be available for dispensaries. How would they go about, getting in contact with you or wanting to be a part of your dispensary program that you have on the ground or you're launching right now?
Awesome. They can you can call me directly. I'll give you my cell phone number. Is that okay to put out here?
Yeah.
Okay by me.
405-600-4221. Call me if you want to discuss having a kiosk in your dispensary. We're putting them in restaurants, smokehouses, really, we're anywhere it can be convenient. Hopefully senior homes soon.
Okay, now I've got your number. Say it again. It's 405
600 4221.
4221. Okay,
Serious
cool.
inquiries only, please. But so we are putting those in places so that it's easy for patients to come in and renew your card, for one. Renewals are $25 all the time, but medical recommendations will always be $25 here.
That's one thing we need to cover, because on renewals, whenever because see, someone like me, my old email account is dead, so I didn't get my notification from OMMA.
Oh no.
So my card expired, so then I don't have my password and a login to get into my OMMA account.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to do an entirely new deal. So rather, if it's a renewal, usually they're getting a card in what, 4 or 5 days?
Yes.
Lost a live feed on that.
Oh, you're kidding.
Go ahead, go on.
Okay. Usually.
Okay, we are going to improvise.
You got to.
We have to. So yes, we will have to do a forgot password because on a renewal, your stuff's already in your account. Your information.
Okay. Well, see, I won't be. Now, will I have to do a renewal or an entirely different account?
You can just do a whole new one now because if you have no access to your email, we're going to have to do a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people change, and that's one of the things about it is I changed. That email is dead now. You're supposed to get a 60-day notification and a 30-day notification.
Absolutely, and they won't start processing you until your 30 days. You have 30 days. But the minute you start renewing your card, this is very important. You must stock up on your medication because your number will change by 1 digit. We had someone challenge us on that, and we absolutely know that your card will be void.
As soon as you file, boom, it kills your old card.
It absolutely does.
So,
stock up on your medication.
So 4 or 5 days, you're going to be, because see, my card is dead, and I was driving the other day, today, I was driving along, and I said, wow, I'm going by this dispensary. I'd like to pick up some of this such and such here. I can't because my card is dead.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that we were not, really, no one knew this. No one knew that. We thought we were going to get a new card, no big deal, but it makes complete sense why they change your number.
Oh, yeah, and it's a good deal idea in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, and when you're doing it, $25 renewals, it's so
down here at Mary Jane's, 19th and Sunny Lane.
Absolutely.
Jiffy Doc's doing $25 renewals.
And $25 always here at this dispensary.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all the time. So anyway, we've made this available for DC from the beginning. Been an amazing patient advocate. You have been.
Oh, you're too sweet.
One of my biggest supporters. I've loved working with these guys, mainly because they care so much about our patients, and there's just no doubt about that. So.
Right on.
We are patients, all of us.
We're all patients, and if people use cannabis, whether they use it or not, they're really a patient. What they're medicating for, they might not even know at that time.
Well, absolutely. I've become the biggest believer in RSO. I mean, I'm just in love with RSO.
RSO is cool. It has helped, in my opinion, it's helped a lot of people.
Oh, I think so too. And I love, I have so many people that are helping the community. Operation Zero, Paragon, Jeremy Deadman with a Heart of Gold, helping people get affordable medication. And then that's what got me to love this industry so much, watching people like these gentlemen and Jeremy, of course, helping people, the patients. So.
And it's such a coming together of people. That's what I get. Some people get, it's just like it's a can of family.
It feels like
now,
it. Now,
in a family, sometimes I fight with my cousins. It happens,
Yeah.
Your brothers, sisters, but we're still a can of family, and we form together, and we still fight the common cause for the plant, the cannabis
Absolutely.
plant.
And I got into this late. You guys were in it from the very beginning, and you inspired me so much to understand what we're doing here. So
I look back on some of the stuff that we've done, and I go, wow.
I I know. I've watched it. It blows my mind. And how far this industry has come.
The
So
industry
far.
has taken leaps and bounds above any other state, in my opinion, because we've got such a great variety of products. We've got such a great variety of people that want to help.
Yes, and everybody, it does seem like people jump in, like you said, like a family, and try to do what's best. We have a common goal, and I just love that.
Yeah, because I go in, different places all the time, and I see something, I go, wow, that's cool, cool, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and this state has been amazing. Jiffy Doctor's also in Missouri, and we are so fortunate for our Canna family here. It's not,
right
not
on.
that way everywhere else, just saying. So.
Yeah. Now, one of those years we're going to cover that stuff. We got, like I said, we got several things coming up. We've got Hemp Fest coming up this weekend. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to do an interview at Shangri-La
Okay.
with Amber Chamberlain.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about the event that's coming up there. We've got an event coming up. It's going to be first day, nothing but education.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to be a speaker on voter registration, voting, how important voting is, because voting is the key.
Absolutely.
Dr. Randy Whitekiller is going to be there.
Oh, good.
Suzanne Wallace is going to be there. I think Crystal Smotherman. There's going to be several
Wonderful
people up there.
Great. That's
It's
awesome.
going to be a great. It's going to be a 2-day seminar. They got a special on the rooms at Shangri-La. Check it out.
great. Good deal.
First day is nothing but pure education. Second day is my kind of day.
He might be having a little fun that day. So that's a good thing. You gotta have fun too.
Oh yeah, have you ever been up to Shangri-La?
I have not.
I have not either. I think it's
Okay.
going to be fun.
Okay, well, that's
We are
awesome.
having major technical difficulties here, but that's one of those deals. First time you try it, it happens.
Yeah, all of
Hey,
this.
you're live, so that's good. Everything on Facebook on this end is good.
Yeah, it's just we're not live to the world. See, we're going to announce that we're going live to the world here today.
That's right.
But
We will eventually.
we will eventually. But see, sometimes those gremlins, electronic gremlins, they'll get to you in a
I
second.
know, it's supposed to make our life easier.
Yeah.
The
Now,
kiosk is going to make your life easier.
the kiosk. Okay, you
It's
got to
gonna make
Vanna
patients-
White it.
Okay,
The
it's
kiosk.
going to make life easier for all of our patients, and really for dispensaries too, because we're picking only a few select dispensaries
Right.
to even put these in. And I'm
Right.
not going to tell you, I've got some great news coming on that too. But we're picking just exclusive dispensaries that we've had great relationships, who truly love our patients. We're not just putting them anywhere.
Cool.
There we go.
Now everybody knows the code to my phone, don't they?
It's the rain.
Are we back live, brother?
Yeah, we're live on yours, so we'll go ahead and roll with that.
Oh,
but
okay.
I do want to talk about now that we have Jiffy Doctor here, so we won't be able to do the fancy on-screen stuff. That's okay. But we have some events coming up. That are really important. Wanted to talk to you about, if you can, like and share. Obviously, Old School is gonna like and share, but there is the Canna Family Work Day.
Yes, sir.
That is coming up. You can tell them a little bit about that if you'd like, Old School.
Okay, that's coming up the 19th. And what has happened, we've got a woman that her husband was murdered. Sorry, they're in the Canna family. I think they were newly married. They got 9 children. We're going to try to go up there, and the house that they were in needs a little rehab and stuff. So Crystal Smotherman and Suzanne Wallace have been working on that, and we're going to go up there. We're going to have a bunch of people. We got a bunch. I talked to Adam Eli down at Hard Luck Automotive. He's going to try to be there and stuff. We're going to have a lot of people coming together, and if you can come up there and help. Now, this is one of those deals where you don't have to be a finished carpenter, something like that. We've got all kinds of jobs that people can do. We'll figure out something. If you can come help, this is one of those deals where I get a lot of volunteers, but sometimes I understand you can't show up. Hey, if you show up, I'll get something for you to do. I trust you. Trust me.
I got it pulled up here. Canna Family Work Day. There's 2 of them. So go to the second one. It reads as Canna Fam Volunteer Work Day. The address for that's going to be 4620 North Miller Avenue. Mm-hmm. That's Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And then it looks like there's going to be tons of people, or there's been a ton of people invited. There's some people
I invited a
that's
few
going.
people.
Yeah, but that's going to be a Canna Family Work Day. We've always talked about, reciprocation and with patients and business. And to me, that's a whole different kind of reciprocation. When it comes down to something like this, comes down to one of your own or helping somebody that's going to deal with something as detrimental as that is to a family.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a whole nother level of reciprocation. So anybody that can be a part of that or wants to help out with that, definitely reach out to the appropriate people or go to the event. Once again, that's Canna Fam Volunteer work day. And then we have another event too coming up this weekend. Everybody's excited for it.
It's going to rock. It's going to rock. Is Hemp Fest?
Nope, it is not Hemp Fest. It is Harvest Fest.
Harvest Fest. I was close.
Yeah, Harvest Fest.
Oh, that's right. We don't have to do everything hemp anymore because we're legal. We can now say
right.
Harvest Fest. Right on. Right on.
So, in order to get all the details, all the information on Harvest Fest, which is going to run this weekend, I believe.
Yeah, it starts
It's the 11th
Friday
through the 13th.
There you go. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
11th through the 13th, and you go to copperheadrunrally.com. So copperheadrunrally.com, that can get you taken care of as far as your tickets or reservations. I know that they're starting to run low, if not booked up completely on RV spots or camping spots. It's one of those two. So make sure that if you haven't got your tickets to Copperhead Run Rally, that you go ahead.
Yeah, you need to check it.
So.
Yeah, I'd check it out. You know, get your tickets now.
And then I wanted to talk about, it's kind of funny, and I think everybody here on this this co-hosting session has seen it, but it's Israel. You know, there's a
I love this.
Israel, the Tel Aviv drop. I want to talk about that because it was unique to me. And man, wouldn't it be so cool if you could actually do that, not go to jail? I think so what happened is in Israel, a group or kind of like an advocacy group that came up with a delivery program. Okay, and for the promotion, they said free love for everybody. And from a drone, they dropped, they didn't know if it was thousands or hundreds or whatnot, but they dropped tons of cannabis just all over the city. Yeah, all over. People are out in the streets picking that stuff up.
That's cool.
Wouldn't it be cool if we could do that and not get arrested?
Now, see, there's one thing I know that, because there's a guy that was involved in feeding the people in Berlin when they were locked off, and they were dropping candy bars to kids. Well, they wanted to drop candy bars here in the United States to kids, and it comes out you cannot throw stuff out of an airplane. I guess it comes back to drug laws or whatever. I don't have any idea.
Or might ping you in the head. You know, you get a Snickers bar coming out.
Well, a Snicker bar, at terminal velocity.
150 miles an hour.
That's pretty impressive,
Be,
but now, an eighth or so, I'll take a blow to the head from an ounce of weed.
Big shout out to Tel Aviv and that advocacy.
Right on.
I didn't look too far into it, so I don't know if if that was a legal thing for them to do, or they got in trouble, or whatnot. But it definitely caught the attention of the whole world.
Oh yeah. Well, if you drop them, get the drone out of there. Now, see, I'd have scrubbed off the serial numbers before I flew the drone.
Do we have the Jiffy Doc? I think I could show that up. Give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to show the flow chart.
Yes.
I love charts.
I do too. Well, we're trying to make it simple.
Since we're not getting to do all of our crazy on-screen stuff, so
you got it.
I figured we could at least kind of show what the process is. I know, and this is in no offense to Jiffy Doctor whatsoever. They have an excellent process. It's as simple as any process that I've seen. But what I will say that patients have confusion of what comes next or what to do next. So we're actually going to bring this into the dispensary. It's going to be a clear, concise, kind of an infographic of exactly how to go through that Jiffy Doctor process. I think we're going to put that over our kiosk. Wherever we decide to do our kiosk, we'll put
so this comes down to marine mentality.
Yes.
We've got to go down to private mentality, because I will have a private walk up to that kiosk, look at this, and ask, where are the instructions? So we've got to have stuff right there. That's why I like this flow chart, because it just takes you right through. I'm going to go through it myself here in just a little bit.
Good.
Takes you right through everything you need to do.
Yeah, so when we simplified the process big time, like turning it into a kiosk, no more arduous forms, no more confusion and just unnecessary paperwork. But we're one of the few.
You made it kind of like almost like a conversational piece,
I
right?
did. Yeah.
So where
we're talking to you now.
It's not just specific questions, and here's a drop down, yes or no. It's almost like a conversation. You're going through the process.
It really is. We're trying to be more personable, trying to make it easier and understandable for our patients. But more than anything, just not all those forms. But we're one of the few, and I'm saying this with all love to all doctors that do this. But we use a real intake system, which is absolutely compliant, and that's what's important. We're keeping our patients safe, our doctors safe, and that's most important.
And we all know I hate paper. Because
We
I
have
love.
almost none for you now.
Right on. I love hemp. I hate paper. Stop cutting down my trees. That irritates
You can
me.
roll that stuff well. I've seen you.
Yeah, I can roll it.
You can roll it well. You don't want to waste it though.
No, lick it and stick it though.
And then we have another question that maybe is important. It was brought up today. Is this legal? Is this legal for us to put this kiosk in a dispensary because no doctors can be on site? Well, the doctor's not on site.
Doctor not on site.
No,
So
we're
yes,
not.
it is
Yeah,
legal.
and you would think it'd go into plan anyways too with
Telemedicine. Telehealth.
telemedicine was opened up with COVID and people have been doing this now for I would say a good 6 months that we've had kind of COVID going on, but I think it's going to be the future, not just for this state but states in the future. It's not only going to help grow small business that are doing the right things, but it's going to give the patients an ease of process, which I think up until this point has kind of been lacking.
Yeah. Sorry.
We've done everything we can to simplify it, and we'll probably keep making changes as long as it just gets easier for our patients.
So I want to stop the show just for a second and say this show takes place live at Mary Jane Clone House in Dispo. That's 19th and Sunny Lane, Moore's best kept secret. And
The
then,
very
of course,
first clone house in Moore.
the very first cannabis license in Moore, Oklahoma.
Oh, great.
But also, we're going to start doing this thing. That way, if you're watching the DC Live and everything, Mary Jane show, another way to reciprocate or for us to reciprocate back to our listeners. At any given time that you watch the show, you show up to the dispensary and you make a patient purchase. All you have to do is mention DC Live at checkout, and that's going to get you a 15% off.
Wonderful.
So
Cool,
that's going
cool.
to be a cool deal for us
Right
to
on.
reciprocate back. Say thank you for watching the show. And then, of course, just like always, thank you so much for liking and sharing. My live video didn't go live on my page just how I wanted it to, but we've got one going on Old School's page.
Right on. Always
and so-
back up, brother. Always back up.
There you go.
Yeah, I always have a backup, so I can learn from that for sure. And then, of course, if you wouldn't mind dropping your location in the comments.
Right on.
Just like always on the DC Live show, if you'll drop your location, that'll let us know who's tuning in, where we need to spend more effort, and if there's a whole group of people or a place in the state that's completely getting left out, then we can beef up those efforts and try to get that show to you. So thank you so much for the liking and sharing.
I
and all
am
of that.
going to get out to some different locations. I'll be going to Afton and Grove, and I'll be going down south. I'll be going to several different places. We're going to be doing several different remotes.
Yeah, and when it's going to be really cool too, because we'll start doing it where it's just scheduled live, just like what we did in the very beginning. And then once we get all the bugs worked out, obviously we've got to go live a few times, and we'll get the bugs worked out and know how to set up the show every single time for it to work well with Facebook. But then it'll go live on DCLive.live every single show that we do. That way, if something happens on Facebook or that page or whatever, we can still.
Because we know there's an update
Get
coming
information
up
out
the 1st of October.
Yeah, Facebook is going from the old, I guess, classic Facebook to a new version of Facebook, and along with that change, October 1st, due to a lawsuit that happened with Facebook, you're going to actually see a lot more limitations, restrictions, things like that, because the Supreme Court decision has now decided that Facebook can be held responsible for the actions of their users. So that's going to apply to things that are federally legal. That in this case, it applied to a prostitution case of a young child, enabling that to happen. Basically, by them doing nothing about it or not doing enough about it, they are somewhat at fault for it, contributing to it or even promoting it at this point. So we're trying to do the things that we can to make sure the show stays live, make sure it's really beautiful, and then that we can still get that patient information and education out there without it.
But we're still dealing with electronics.
Yeah, without it getting blocked off the face of the planet. But it's a wild time trying to do lives, especially on Facebook, especially with cannabis. But we'll keep them coming. We're going to keep getting better at them. I don't have a whole lot more. Old School, do you want to leave them with anything?
That's
an
basically
event that
it.
maybe we missed
Yes,
that you know about?
The Canyon event.
Yes. So Canna Beats at the Canyon. Let me get the information on this real quick so we have it pulled up here. We're going to make sure we start reading off of these. That way we don't mess anything
No
up.
details.
Oh, yeah. I
But
dig
anyways,
that.
so Canna Beats in the Canyon. That's going to be an event by Toki Land Entertainment, as well as partnered with Zen Extracts, I believe, and whoever else decides to be a part of that event. But then you can go to eventbrite.com and look up Canna Beats in the Canyon, or you can go to the link on Facebook. But it's Canna Beats, all one word. Beats is capitalized. So Canna Beats in the Canyon. And there's going to be several people going. Toki event, always a good time.
Toki rocks,
Toki's pretty creative. That team's pretty creative. But Canna Beats in the Canyon, and you say you're doing something with that event as well?
Yes, we're sponsoring. Samantha and I talked this week. We're sponsoring patient referrals, a design package from my ad agency, NV Creative Firm, and then so we're donating swag. We have some things coming up to donate there, sponsoring a little bit.
So that's going to be Friday, October 2nd, 2020. So make sure that you lock down that weekend. That's coming up. So
it is coming
Friday,
up. Yeah.
October 2nd. That's one of the newer events. So that's going to be after. That's going to be kind of after a Harvest Fest, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Harvest
definitely.
Fest, and then
we'll have Canna Beats at the Canyon. And like I said, by Toki Land Entertainment, they do a great job. They've always done a great job. You know, they've done kickball tournaments. They've done patient drives. They've done vendor educationals. Really great team there. There's about 187 people going on Facebook, so help out that event. Make sure you look it up on Facebook and give Toki Land Entertainment a big shout out and share their event if you're down for Canna Beats in the Canyon. Anything else? Anything else you'd like to add, Nichole?
I've got something. I did my first Zoom call last night.
Oh wow, I do them every day.
We're just stepping way up. So tomorrow night I'm going to do a Zoom call, Zoom meeting, what do you call it?
Zoom
from 6 to 7 o'clock. You need to tune in. I don't know if I got to send people a link or something. I don't know what'll be on my page, but I'm going to be invited in. I'm going to be in there. There's going to be several other people talking. And if you're going to ask me names right now, I'm sorry.
I want to let y'all know too, because we mentioned these events, but not everybody goes into the details of what the events are. So I want to touch on Canna Beats in the Canyon real quick, just in their details section of Facebook. It says Canna Beats in the Canyon Music Retreat Weekend will be one like the Oklahoma cannabis community has yet to see. And we're so excited to be a part of bringing this event to everyone. This is a message from the host, Toki Land Entertainment, as well as in Extracts. This event will take place at Red Rock Canyon in Hinton, Oklahoma, the first weekend of October, October 2nd through the 4th. Red Rock Canyon is one of Oklahoma's only natural canyons and is the perfect backdrop for an epic weekend. We'll have over 100. This is really long.
When you click on it, it got longer.
Detailed section I have ever seen.
They covered it all.
Yeah, so I'm not going to read all that, but you can go to the Canna Beats in the Canyon details event section, and they have been thorough. There's no.
If you've got a question
about what to expect,
it's covered in this text.
But great job to those guys, because I'll say on the ladder, there's people that don't put any details.
The address,
it's just the name, and so great job to the Toki and them. But I don't want to read all that on there.
On that note, we're also working on a puff cast striper fishing.
Puff cast. I like that.
Yeah, so
that is marketing.
Isn't that cool? Adam come up with that puff cast. What we want to do is we're going to try to find a cannabis-friendly striper guide. We're going to get a group of people, our family together. We're going to go down, go striper fishing.
Who wants to go fishing with us? That is what is it? A 420 friendly.
420 friendly. Striper guide.
Striper guide. That's
now we're going to have we might need several guides, because we want to have several people here. Because afterwards, they fillet the fish for you and everything. Well, we want to have a fish fry too at Primetime Cafe at the lake. So since we can't sell those,
and that's where you've been shooting the live. So if somebody goes to your John Fraser page, they can see your lives at that place that you're talking about, that cafe. Is that a new place? Or
that is a new. It's the old Denver Corners,
and they're 420 friendly too.
They're 420 friendly. We're trying to change the name of that corner to the Cannabis Corner, because right now they got Primetime Cafe at the lake open. It's 10810 Alameda Drive. Very soon, very soon, they're going to have a gas station open. Very soon, they will have a dispensary open.
Oh, wow.
Now, out in my area, this is going to be a 24-hour dispensary, a 24-hour gas station, and the cafe is going to be open from 7 to 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's wonderful.
Nice. So you can come in and get your munchies too.
That's it, brother. That's it. But we've got a place out there. We've got a large parking lot where I was going to talk to Tijuana about having that farmers market meet about this. We've got to bring that up too. She invited me to a group about people making stuff that are not cannabis, but it's in the cannabis related industry and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we want to start people that if you're in that industry and you're making something, people make the coolest stuff. I love it, So contact Tijuana. Don't contact me, please. Contact Tijuana Kelly, and we'll see about setting up a farmer's market. You can probably contact me about it too,
And I did tell them too, and we don't know what kind of resources they'll want or what they'll need in doing that, but we did tell them that, if you get patients that have auxiliary products that are, unique and cool, we can give them a jump start here on the show too.
Oh, there you go.
One, give them a jump start out of the gate like we have for many different products here in Oklahoma, but also it's going to give them, it's going to give them an opportunity that maybe they didn't have before.
That's one thing we've done
and
several
a lot of times. People have extraordinary ideas. Like I can't tell you, I literally have a list, and I call it my list of ideas, and some of them are golden, and some of them not so much.
Yeah.
But it always continues to grow. But it's believing in one of those ideas enough to be able to take the action to put it into action. That is the biggest obstacle for some. So if we can get people on there onto the show that's maybe borderline about their product, and they want to see how patients respond to it, or how businesses, or how many businesses reach out and say, oh, hey, we want that on our shelves. A lot of times that can be the spark that someone needs to feel great about themselves and want to go ahead and continue on with that.
Well, that comes back to where all those people are really artists. And Nicole's an artist, I'm an artist, and we all want people to like our art.
Hey, I'm
but
an artiste.
Artiste.
I'm an artiste.
Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, and you want
I don't know
everybody.
about digital
Well,
master. I don't know about digital master.
He's a clicky-click artiste, I'll guarantee. You wouldn't believe all the clicky-click stuff he does.
Yeah.
But you want people to like your art, but it's stuff you're doing for you, and you put it out there, and you're always anxious about it. It's great when people like it.
It's a little
And
vulnerable.
I think what we're going to do too is we'll create a form. So like if you go to, and we need to let you know on the show anyways, on dclive.live, which is the website, it's live right now, you'll see the graphic for Jiffy Doctor for that $25 renewal or patient recommendation that'll stay $25 all times. So that'll be available there. And then you'll also see a spot for Pitchfork Potheads, or advocacy group, if you want to be a part of that. And then I think we'll add a spot to showcase auxiliary products. That will be, we'll create a form for it where it collects your name and your information, a little bit about your story, how you created the product, what you love about it, what its problem it's supposed to solve. And then we'll get to have a kind of a pool of products to pull from to be able to help them get that jump. So we'll integrate DC Live with that idea.
Right.
I think
we're also fixing to have the session, come back into session. So we're going to be doing patient interviews again. I'm going to bombard these legislators with testimonials of people that have, like me.
Well, and that's huge. If you look at what's happened in the last 2 years, right, with cannabis and it being so broken and then getting fixed and then it's broken again and then it's so bad and then it's the worst thing in the world. It's not.
It's not.
There's things that need to be fixed and there's things that need to be changed. And every single session we got to go back and we got to work and we got to continue to change these things. But with that being said, just like you're saying, legislative session, we want to be just as active as we have always been. And the thing that changed and the thing that paved the path for 788, and I've even heard people like Fedgatter, for instance, one of the biggest advocates for cannabis within the Oklahoma legislature, it was patient stories. Patient stories is what changes the scape. And if it makes sense, because 507,000 patients said yes, not necessarily 9,400 businesses. You've got to cater to that patient story, and that's ultimately what produces change, especially in a grassroots movement.
Yeah, we have to break the stigma for sure. I was guilty of it too until I met some amazing patients and heard their stories, and it changed my whole life. My life doesn't look the same any longer, and my love became from a business venture to love these patients and love what cannabis does for all of us in natural healing.
Cool.
The stigma needs to be changed.
Exactly. I want to hit, before we get off of here, I want to hit the CannaFam volunteer workday details, because we had talked about what that is. It's for the family member that had passed, and we're trying to help them get I believe it's a rental place. It might just be a place they own, to get it ready. So if you have skills for that, remodeling or even cleaning, or you want to donate supplies,
There you go, supplies.
Chelsea Burkhalter, and you can reach out to her. She can make sure that gets to the right place. But I want to read this detail section real quick. It says, on July 16th, 2020, Blake Sharstani was murdered. He is survived by a wife and 9 children under her care. The family owns a rental home, and recently the tenant moved. This is a volunteer work day for the CannaFam to help one of our own get this property cleaned up, get it ready for rent, and back to being a source of familial income. Please join us while we grow together. And currently right now there's 11 going, 19 maybe, and 373 invited. Hopefully we can do better than that. But once again, that is going to be at 4620 North Miller Avenue, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And that is on Saturday, September 19th.
And this is one of those deals, once we go up there and help clean up this rental, that will be something she can rent and get income coming in, because, 9 children, you're pretty busy with 9 children.
Goodness, I can't imagine.
Hard to get a job.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you
So
got
anything that
you've
we
got
can
a job if you got 9. Well, you got a job if you got 1 child. I understand. Yeah.
Well, and once again, that's another thing that's, if we're really going to talk about, be about, and do reciprocation, these are the things that are no-brainers.
Oh, yeah,
When something like this happens to a patient, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to send them $200, $500, or $1,000. It can be that before you did cannabis, you ran a painting business. Before I did cannabis, at one point in time, I ran a painting business. I ran a remodeling company. Maybe you have a set of skills that isn't being utilized, or you're off work, and that could be something that you could contribute and reciprocate with too. So it's not always, hey, what money do I have to pull out of my pocket to send to this family? There's a lot of different ways to reciprocate, and we just want to try to help as best as we can. And like I said, September 19th, I'm putting it on my schedule to be there.
Right on, I'm going.
So I hope everybody else does too. And man, for me, that's really all I got. Old school.
That's all I got, brother.
With Nichole, JiffyDoctor.com. Everybody, please go to Jiffy Doctor's Facebook page. You can simply go up to the search, put in Jiffy Doctor. It will pull up her Facebook page. Give her a review, give her a like, give her a share, because we're just telling you to do that. It's truly because it's a business that we believe in, that's helping patients. We've literally dealt with this business for over a year now. And so in the course of building, we've seen changes happen. We've seen modifications. We've seen innovation. This is truly something that we are able to endorse because we were able to watch the journey. So you can believe it. They do a great job. Thank you so much for being here.
I got one more thing, but there's more. I got one more thing. Hard Luck Automotive.
Yeah.
Just fixed DC's brakes. Right on. They
did not fix my brakes, but they offered to.
Okay.
And so we kept that pipeline open. They offered to fix my brakes, and of course we want to promote the type of things that they're doing. If you don't know about Hard Luck Automotive, if you're hard up right now, they've partnered with Napa Auto Parts, and they actually help people's source of transportation or help you get back on the road.
I mean, they are so great.
At almost no cost to you, and even discounted on the parts. So you have to pay for the parts.
Wow.
That is even at a discounted rate. So we want to make sure we keep that line open for someone that truly needs it. We did get the brakes fixed. It wasn't Hard Luck that did that. However, if you know Hard Luck, go give them a shout out. Facebook page. They've been on the news. They're doing good things all the time. They wouldn't receive Napa sponsorship if they weren't doing the right thing.
Also, they've also partnered up with, right now they're working with Indian of Oklahoma City, and they're raffling off a bobber. A brand new 2021. Now, this isn't out yet.
This is a motorcycle, right?
Good motorcycle.
We're not talking about a fishing bobber. We're not talking about
We're not talking
gas.
Puff, yeah. We're talking puff, yeah, crank it up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's 2021 bobber. It looks great. They had 500 tickets. I forget. I want to say the price was $30 a ticket for the raffle. I'm not sure. So you have to check on that. The tickets, you can get them at Hard Luck Automotive, 616 Southwest 29th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You can also get them at Indian of Oklahoma City. I want to say 122nd, so it's way north Oklahoma City, I think. I'm sorry. But you can get those tickets at those two different places. Now, they've got a few left, but go down there and try to get you a brand new 2021 Indian. We had a discrepancy of that the other day. People said an Indian was giving away a Triumph, and that messed with my brain. I'm a Harley guy, so I don't know why Indian would be giving away a Triumph. So we checked into it. Indian is giving away an Indian, a 2021 Indian. It's just a bobber.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Indian, a new 2021 Indian would be cool anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know what the Indian is? That's a signature motorcycle.
Yeah, oh, sorry, if you're not a bike person. Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, you didn't?
I did.
Well, I can break down all the different motorcycles to you here in a
That's
little
awesome.
bit. Yeah.
Later. That'd be great.
All right, well, I mean, like I said, I don't have much. I think Nichole's kind of finished up. Old School's finished up.
I'm done.
DC Live. Thank you so much for tuning in to the DC Live and Everything Mary Jane show. Once again, we'll get DC Live going. As far as the live videos consistently, that'll take a little bit of a bug working out. But as far as the other patient resources, like JiffyDoctor.com, the $25 promotion, that's available, clickable right now. If you're looking for, clones, Mary Jane Clone House and Dispo, or patient supplies, that's available and clickable right now.
Because you do have a bunch of clones here. Got the Clone House just rocking on.
Yeah, we typically, have a little bit more than what we have now, but these are growing up to be pretty big.
Yeah.
We are quickly becoming known for the quality of clones, clean, green, beautiful looking clones. So if that's what you're looking for.
People have no idea how much fun it is always sitting in rooms with all these marijuana plants. I love it. It is cool.
Yeah, it just makes me think a lot. It just makes me think of all the times where I couldn't do that. I appreciate it.
Well, when I was coming in today, I pulled up to the intersection and there was 2 sheriff cars sitting there. Now, before legalization, I would have freaked out. Even holding or non-holding. Okay, I got to check him. Am I holding anything? I didn't care. Sheriff, big deal. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm just driving in. So it was cool.
Yeah, I love being a patient.
I do too. I do
too.
All right. Well, off like a herd of turtles, and we're going to ping out of here.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. DC Live here. Until next time, we'll see you.
Bye-bye.